Okay, so if I sound really weird, it's because I can't breathe through my nose because I'm sick. Yay. You know winter's coming when you get sick and you can't breathe and you feel like you're dying. Also, I tried to get my hair into a braid in honor of the video, but my hair's too short to do that. So instead of that, I decided to wear my new Christmas hat, which is the best thing ever because it sings and dances. I felt the need to zoom out and pull my camera up so you guys could see the awesomeness that is this hat. I walked around the store today with this thing on, proudly, and it plays a song and dances. So I'm going to show you before we get into the video. I thought this was the best thing ever. I've always wanted one of these singing hats, so I finally convinced my mom to get me one, and so I got it. It plays the whole song, and my cat right here, she does not like it at all, at all. Santa's elves, ho ho ho, ho ho ho, Santa's elves. So there's that. Hey guys, today I'm going to be doing a Mockingjay discussion video. So me and my mom just got back from seeing Mockingjay and I decided to do a discussion video. I ended up getting the special package thing that you could get, and it was like $16 for a cup and a large, well, a cup with drink in it, but the cup and then a large popcorn. And I barely ate any of the popcorn because I never eat any of the popcorn. But I wanted the cup because it had the Mockingjay. I got the one for Catching Fire too. And I think I got the one for the Hunger Games too. So I was like, why not get the third one too? But it also came with the keychain. So it has the Mockingjay. And it detaches from the cup. And if anybody else got this, I advise you not to drink from the cup with this on there because it smells like metal, like the gross metally smell. So that's a warning. So I figured doing this video, I would say my thoughts, and then I would go get my mom's opinion. Hers are probably going to be a lot shorter. I'm going to go in depth. So this is your spoiler warning for people who A, have not seen the movie yet, B, have not read the book. If you haven't done either of those, like if you haven't read the book or if you haven't seen the movie, I advise you to stop what you're doing, go see the movie, or read the book, or both, and then come back to this video and watch it because somebody's howling at the moon out there. I advise you to stop right here and go see the movie, read the book, do something of those two, and then come back and watch this because it's about to get spoilery up in here. It's not as good as Catching Fire. Catching Fire was a spot-on representation of the book up there. Spot on. It was perfect. Everything was good. And I loved it. Because Mockingjay is not my favorite book, it also was not my favorite movie, but it was still good. I think I'd give it a 3.5 stars, maybe 4. So obviously everything that I'm going to talk about is probably not going to be, excuse me, everything that I talk about is not going to be in order because my notes are not in order. My brain was scrambled when I got home, so I was like, I'm just going to write up what I thought about certain points and then talk about them, and if I'm jumping everywhere, if you have seen the movie, that's great. But if you haven't, well, what are you doing here still? I am really curious to see what they're going to do now that Philip Seymour Hoffman guy has committed suicide with the OD and everything. I'm curious to see how they're going to play out how he's gone. Like, are they going to kill off Plutarch at the beginning of the film? Just say, oh, he was killed in an attack or something? Or are they just going to, like, go around him not being the guy to run the shots anymore? Like, because he was really the guy in this movie who was, like, calling the shots, other than the president of District 13. And speaking of her, who plays her? I haven't looked yet. But me and my mom were both like, she looks really familiar. And, like, it's obviously somebody well-known, but we have no idea who she is. Like, we can't put a name to the face. So if anybody knows who plays her, I'm not going to go look for it because that's too much work. But if you know who plays her, comment that down below so we know. Am I the only one that found that the movie started out really, really slow? It made sense that it took some time, because that's what happened in the book. It took some time to get her to be on board with everything, and then the action happened, but it just felt like it dragged on forever until she was actually going out as the Mockingjay and into the combat in District 8, and then seeing the hospital get blown up. I don't remember the hospital being bombed. I don't. I'm guessing it happened. It's been a while since I read the book, so maybe I've just forgotten. I don't know why, but I felt like Katniss was supposed to be singing the song to the Avox in the woods. Don't know why. Don't remember why. Like, you know, the forest outside of District 12. I'm talking a lot with my hands. I apologize. But you remember the forest outside of District 12? I thought she was supposed to be singing it in there with the group, but she doesn't. She sings it by the waterfall, and it confused me. And that's not how I pictured it to be sung, but it almost kind of reminded me of like an indie song, like almost like Cups, if that makes sense. Did it remind you guys of Cups? It reminded me of it. I don't know why. Okay, so jumping ahead to like when they're bombing District 13 again, and like it has nothing to do with like them actually bombing it, but I completely forgot that Prim went back for the cat. Like I remember, speaking of the cat, watching the movie, everybody laughed when she went back into her house and she saw the cat and she's like, of course you survived the bombing. And he was like, he hissed, and she put him, I thought he was gonna die in that bag because she literally put the flap back over the bag and he was stuck in there. And how do you keep a cat in a bag? Like, is it like that guy's cat, you know, the cat in the box, he's either dead, he's like both dead and alive. Schrodinger, that's it, Schrodinger's cat. That was completely off topic, I'm sorry. But talking about Buttercup again, I forgot that Prim went back to get the cat when they were bombing. And everybody laughed when she's like, I couldn't live with myself if I left him there. I don't know, I think it was cute. I would go back and get my cat. I wouldn't care if they were bombing. I would go back and get my cat too. The skulls and the corpses in District 12. And even Gale's story, like, well, not story, but like his retelling of when they were actually bombing and how there was only like 915 people who got out of 10,000 and something. And you could see like all 9,000 and something bodies laying there because they were running and the bombs completely obliterated them and melted their skin and all that was left was bone, and that got to me. I nearly started crying. And Katniss's reaction, just no. It's so sad. I was so sad. Like, especially seeing Gale like saying I should have gone back and got some of the kids. And then Cressida's just like, you got so many people out already, that's all you could have done. And that part just, oh my gosh, it killed me. I don't remember him. Like, I honestly don't remember a lot of the book, so I don't know if it's like a true like representation. Like, I feel like I'm forgetting stuff from the book, so it's making me think that like something from the movie was different. I don't know. Maybe it was the wig. Was it the wig? Maybe. I also feel like the wig kind of like changed lengths a couple of times. Like 1 second it was here, then it was down here, and then it was curly, and then it was straight, and you could, if you were really looking for it, like to see if it was a wig, you could tell it was a wig. And it's darker than her hair from the past couple of movies, which kind of bugged me. I love the changes between capital Effie and then like District 13 Effie, because she has that head thing on it and it's always tied differently, but it's so cute because she's just like, I'm trying to bring it back. And then the sunglasses, they made me laugh. Everybody kind of laughed at Effie when we first saw her, but I actually like her without the costumes. I agree with Haymitch. I agree with both of them, actually. I like Haymitch better sober. He's funny. He's still funny. He's still Haymitch. And I like Effie without all the makeup and the colorful skin and the wigs. And even though she likes it, I like her natural. She's pretty. She's so cute. Everybody loves Effie. Okay, so flash forward to the very end of the movie, where they have saved... Okay, actually, let's not flash forward to the end of the movie yet. But let's flash to the part where they are saving them. My heart was pounding, and I knew what was going to happen. I knew they would get out, and they would save them, and everything would be fine. But my heart still pounded. I'm like, what if they change the movie so that they don't get out? And I had this whole, like, inner panic attack. Like, they're going to change the movie. They don't get Peeta. They don't get Joanna or Annie or any of them. And they don't get out. And Gail's dead. And Katniss's reaction to them going offline and not being able to talk to Gail. And she's like, I've lost both of them. I can't lose both of them, sort of thing. Okay? That literally just... Oh my god, I started crying, well, tearing up. I started tearing up because I couldn't imagine losing one person, let alone two people at the same time. Like, I could literally feel her going through, like, have I seriously lost them both? And then all of a sudden, she was, like, in the lunchroom with the president lady, which I can't remember if she has a name. I think it's Coin, isn't it? Something like that. She was in there with her, and they were talking about how waiting's the worst. Oh, she was in bed with Prim, and the one guy that, like, leads her around, the one guy, he's really cute. But anyways, he comes and gets her and says they're back. I think that's when it happens. He comes and gets her and says they're back, and then she goes to them, and then the ending. This was the part that I am so proud to say that I called it. I said to everybody who talked to me about the movie, they're like, where do you think they're going to end Hunger Games? I'm like, they're going to end it just after they save everybody. She's going to see Peeta. He's going to beat the crap out of her, and he's going to, like, try to kill her, and she's going to pass out, and then something's going to happen, and then you're going to see her after he tries to kill her, after he tries to kill her, and then something's going to happen, and that'll be it. And then they'll go to the next movie, which I think is next year, around this time, or March, or I don't even know. When is the next movie coming out? Does anybody know? Do we have a definite date? I'm probably rambling and jumping all around, like, different plot points, but my brain is frazzled. I'm not sure how I feel about this movie. I'm still kind of trying to work it all out. Like I said, I'm not entirely sure how I feel about this movie. I know that I didn't like Mockingjay that much. I mean, I'd probably like it more if I read through it again, just because it's been so long, so I'm missing, like, points in my brain that I should know. But it wasn't a horrible movie. Like, the plot points that I thought were going to be in the movie are definitely in the movie. And another point, District 13 actually looks exactly how I pictured it. I mean, kind of. I didn't expect it to be a big circle, because that's what it looks like when she was going down in the elevator. It looked like a giant circle. I kind of thought it was going to be more of a square, but it wasn't, but that's okay. So that's really all I have to say about the movie. So, yeah. I'm going to go get my mom's reactions now, so see you in a minute. Hello, Mom.
Hi, Danny.
Okay, so I'm getting your reaction for the movie. And Indy's eating a box over there. What did you think of the movie overall?
Well, do you want the good points or the bad points first?
The bad points are going to take a while, so why don't you tell me the good points first?
Movie number 1 was excellent.
The Hunger Games.
This movie sucked like hell. Took a long time to get the movie going in the beginning. Then they kept jumping from thing to thing to thing. I had to keep asking questions.
She did. She had to ask me like 50,000 questions. And I'm pretty sure people were like, "Oh my god, why won't they stop talking?"
Although I had already seen the first movie, they made this movie jump so much you didn't know what was going on. And the last part of the movie sucked more like hell. It leaves you hanging. And you want to go in there with
the second book left you with a cliffhanger too.
But see, I didn't read the books.
But the second movie left you with a cliffhanger.
Regardless of the fact, this movie sucked like hell.
You said that.
You really didn't. You had to really pay attention to every detail of what was going on. And the only thing I look forward to is when the other guy, the bad guy,
President Snow. I kind of spoiled her, guys. I'm sorry. But she asked me if he gets killed, and I had to say yes, so.
So I'm looking forward to that part. That's probably going to be the best highlight of the movie. When that SOB is going to be shot between the eyes. And I'd like to be the one to pull the trigger.
What do you think about the end of the movie? Like the very ending?
When he's all tied up and she's looking at him?
Yeah.
Well, I don't like PETA personally. I think she should be with the other guy.
No!
So
she should not be with Gale.
I feel that they could have kept PETA and Gale and her could have been happily ever after.
No.
Yes.
No. Just no. Okay, you're done. Good. Say goodbye.
Goodbye. She doesn't like my opinion when it's not agreeing with her. She says goodbye.
You have a terrible opinion. She should not end up with Gale.
Yes. Because they are in love. They just don't want to admit it.
No, she's in love with PETA, but she doesn't want to admit it.
Regardless of the fact, they look like a better couple.
No.
PETA looks like,
No, nobody's gonna like you if you keep saying anything, so I
PETA
suggest you
has
stop.
a face like a can of crushed dew-worms.
What does that even mean?
And Gale is hot.
Well, we all know that, but she still should end up with PETA. Say goodbye.
Goodbye.
Okay, guys, so that was my mom and her opinions, which I don't know if you guys agree with me or you agree with her. Are you Team PETA, Team Gale? Comment that down below. But if I get enough comments and I can convince her to, I might get her to do the mom tag with me. Who knows? I'm hoping, but I'm going to have to teach her how to be less awkward around the camera. We took 10 minutes trying to do that one big spiel because she kept trying to say, "Hi, my name is Roxanne and I'm Danny's mom," and it sounded so staged and I just wanted her to be natural, and it was interesting trying to get her to just be normal and talk to the camera, not like as if she was in a movie interview or something. So that should be interesting if we do the mom tag. So that was my discussion video of being everywhere about the movie. If you guys have seen it, comment down below what you thought. If you agree with some of the things I said, some of the things, like, if you don't agree, then tell me, and I just want to know what you guys thought of the movie, because I know that I didn't mind it, but Catching Fire and The Hunger Games are still my favorites. I think Catching Fire a little bit more because it was really spot on with the movie, and Hunger Games had a few differences, and I think I was really, judgmental going into the first one just because it was the first movie we got of it. But Catching Fire was the second. It's still my favorite, and I want to know your favorite of the 3 movies, and when the 4th one comes out, I'll probably do another trailer reaction and another discussion video about it. So if you guys want to see that, then let me know. So with that, I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!